Resilience is one of the key points in dealing with this threat or this phenomenon of disinformation, of information manipulation, in particular if it's used as a strategic instrument, either from inside or outside. So really to strengthen the fabric of our civil society to be able to deal with this. And key element here is, first of all, the actors. It is, on the one hand, of course, the role of the governments to deal with this, but it's even more important to strengthen civil society actors in this field. And there are different areas that we need to invest, and we're doing this already. Look at, in particular, those that are directly looking at content, for example, fact-checking initiatives, researchers in this field. We also need to look at journalistic initiatives in that field, quality journalism, but it goes deeper. It goes into educational initiatives, in particular if we look at digital or media literacy initiatives in all this field. So it's a wide range of issues that we need to look at and we are looking at. I think the challenge that we have is to connect all this and bring all this together. If you look at an individual level, what you and I see in our daily social media feed, but not only on social media, I think the key issue is the question of source. Where is this piece of information coming from? Who has an interest maybe of sending this to me? Who has an interest of producing this and disseminating that? And I really warn against an overall skepticism against everything that is out there. Of course not. We need to have trust, but we should have a very healthy reflex of just asking the question and have a double moment of checking who and what and why me. So this healthy dose of tiny little bit of questions before you consume it and let's say, react to this on an individual level. That, I think, would be a very, very good starting point for everybody. And then, of course, we need much more. We need to have this situational awareness. We need to have this analytical work that needs to be done, where you then can check, where you can go to fact checkers if you cannot do this at individual level. But this would be, I think, my most important advice for each and everybody of us. The EU and Canada, and together with our partners, our like-minded partners, in particular in the G7, have a very, very good and close cooperation on this field, where we are not only exchanging information, but where we're really developing responses that also fit our political setup. Because we need to look at how we can effectively deal with disinformation and information manipulation on the one hand, and on the other hand, uphold our values, in particular in safeguarding freedom of speech, freedom of the press, for example. And in that field, we have a close cooperation in the G7 and beyond, also at bilateral level, where we are maybe at 3 levels. The first one is on the situational awareness of really looking at what is happening. Do we understand the issue in the same way? Do we have a clear view of who the actors are? What is the domestic dimension? What is the external dimension? The second level is to look at, let's say, joint initiatives, in particular on resilience building inside our own democracies, but also in working together with our international partners. And the third one is to think a little bit ahead. What else needs to be done in the future? Do we need, for example, also rules of the game at international level? Do we need international norms? So all these 3 work strands come together in that field, and that is also very necessary.
And what's the term that's being used most recently is foreign information manipulation. And that really covers the entire gamut of misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, propaganda, and even soft power tactics.